morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, do you have an extra copy of this?
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm still getting used to the technology, even after a year. Can you believe it? I want to welcome all of you here and just say that no matter who you are or how you are showing up, you are welcome here. And I really want to emphasize that because in our world, so often we are told that we are not welcome. We are not okay the way we are. And you are okay. You are lovable and you are welcome here. So whatever the color of your beautiful skin, whatever way that you love in the world, whoever you love, that is part of our hearth that we welcome you to. There are no exceptions. Wherever you came from, wherever you live right now and you're zooming in from, we welcome you. So thank you for being here. And let's say our mission statement together. We are a vibrant, welcoming, multi-generational community embodying love and awakening spiritual consciousness. And now, let's go to Soulshine.
This song is about returning to self, returning to that place of love. So in all times and all places we need it, we can return right into ourselves.
Return to me, return to me, with every breath return, and begin with me, with every breath return. Please sing with us. Return to me. Return to me. Return to me. With every breath return. With every breath return. And begin with me. And begin with every breath return. With every breath return.
With every breath return.
With every breath return. With every breath return.
Return to love. Return to love. Return to love.
With every breath return.
We're going to return to me soon. With every breath, return. Return to me. Sing out, come on.
Return to me. Return to me. With every breath, return. And begin with me. With every breath, return. With every breath, return.
With every breath, return.
With every breath, return. With every breath,
So beautiful. Thank you, Soulshine. And let's turn to celebrations with Claire.
The first second of the month, so that means our first celebration is what? Is birth. Yep, stand back up, Eric and Victor. It's birthday song time.
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Bam. All right. My mama's birthday is tomorrow, so happy birthday, Mom. All right. We have some celebrations filtering in this morning. First, I want to celebrate last Sunday evening. Ananda Yogiji did a concert here that was amazing. So fun. And it was we had a small group here, and then we had a bunch of people online, and it was a huge success and an amazing treat. And so we're doing it again next month. So we'll be announcing more about that. He just loved it and wants to do it kind of on a regular basis. Let's see, Marilyn Haller. She's been so good about emailing me her celebrations. She's got so much to celebrate. So yay, Marilyn, I love that. She is celebrating going to see her grandniece play some softball the other day and getting to see some family that is all vaccinated and getting to hug out and be around that love again. Let's see, Jane is celebrating. She just did a healing session with Mary Farley. I want to make sure I say that right. Farley. Okay, and she just said it was a beautiful healing session. And she also wants to celebrate Mary's husband, who is going through cancer, and she said just being around them and the beautiful energy and the positive attitude and the outlook that he has, even though he's struggling with some really, really difficult health challenges, he is just shining his light so beautifully. So she wanted to make sure that we celebrate that. Let's see, Nolan Finch, Dave Finch's son, he won his baseball game, just knocked it out of the park again yesterday. Or I'm not sure if it was yesterday? When was it? Yes, all right. So, yay, go Nolan. Kalinda is celebrating that her great-nephew, Colton, is having his first birthday party, so they're doing first birthday party stuff today. Cute little baby. I always say the first birthday party is about the parents surviving the first year. It's not about this little one's birthday, because they have no idea what's going on, but it's about the parents saying, we made it. We have survived 1 year of this. And the relatives, too? Okay. Let's see. I am celebrating that my son Nico returned home And so he's back here. He's up in the booth here helping Kevin with the AV. He's back helping, so we're super excited to have him. And Kevin and I got to enjoy a wonderful camping trip this past week in the North Umpqua. You know, after living in Oregon for 25 years, we had never been down there. And it was amazing, so beautiful. That forest is incredible. And, we saw some of the burn from last year for sure. But a lot of these trees are so, I just stood there in awe and couldn't believe how beautiful and majestic this forest is. So we are so blessed, and we just hope that we get some more rain, right? Victor has a good celebration. He just sent me on Facebook. He is celebrating. He got an original pressing of the Grateful Dead album, Blues for Allah. So, yay, Victor. Apparently he's been on the hunt for that and saw that, so. And then Terika Lee, who watches us from Hilo, Hawaii, she is celebrating having a friend come from Alaska, and she is traveling all the way from Hilo, Hawaii to Florida for some medical treatment, and she's just celebrating that a dear friend is going with her and that she sees her health just being expanded and having beautiful opportunities for healing. So we are sending that energy and prayers out to you, Terika. Thank you for sharing. And we now have a special guest this morning with Anne-Marie. She has not been here. You haven't set foot in here for a long time. She's so excited. It was fun to see her in here. So she has a special message for us this morning. So take it away, Anne-Marie.
Thank you, Claire, so much. It's so exciting to be here. There's a lot of great energy here.
Unmute your mic, Anne-Marie.
I did.
Is it green?
It's green.
Talk closer to it.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? No? It's green.
Let me see.
There we go. Try it.
Can you hear me now? Yes. Oh, yay. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I'm so happy to be here and continue our celebration of Earth season by sharing some tips that I've learned along the way to help have a lighter footprint on the Earth. I know that sometimes the environmental problems that we have can be daunting and depressing at times and not celebratory. And it's difficult for us all to run out and buy solar panels or electric vehicles. It would be great if we all could, but I have some much easier and a lot less expensive suggestions for us to minimize our use of single-use plastic or plastic in general. And it's kind of an obsession I've had for a couple of years now, so I've gained a little bit of knowledge. I'm sure some people at home know some things I don't know. I'd love to have a forum at some point for us to exchange our ideas, but I have a few for you. And why plastic? Because it's this double-edged evil sword of plastic pollution, which never goes away, but also the plastic production, which some people don't think about. Plastic is a petrochemical. It's produced from fossil fuels, and so it's when we consume when we use plastic products, then we are contributing to greenhouse gases. So obviously, the reusable water bottle, great solution. Don't buy the bottled water in the single-use plastics, right? So a lot of people know that already. And another thing a lot of people are doing is using their reusable bags at the grocery store. And this is a mesh produce bag as well, instead of using the plastic produce bags. So those are great. I'll give you some others. In the days before COVID and the days after COVID, when we'll be dining out some more or maybe going to some parties where maybe somebody has this wonderful buffet spread, but their utensils are plastic. Egads, right? So, but you could have a nice solution to that like I do. I keep this in my purse at all times. It's bamboo bamboo utensils. I've got the chopsticks and a fork and knife and spoon. It fits in my purse nicely. You can also clip it on a belt. And I have it with me all the time, and I've used it a lot. I've even used it at somebody's house. Somebody, like pre-COVID, had a party, and they had plastic utensils because they didn't want to wash their dishes. But I had my bamboo ware, so that made me feel good. Another thing, this is kind of funny too. This happened to me right before COVID. I was trying to minimize my use of plastic, and I went to the store to buy toilet paper. And no matter what brand it is in the grocery store, it's wrapped in plastic. And so, but I found out from a friend that there are a few companies online. This is Reel, R-E-E-L. There's also Who Gives a Crap, and that's the name of it. And there are a few products that you can get through the mail. They'll deliver to your door. No plastic wrap, which is nice. And I wonder, can't do the whole box, or maybe I can. But the whole box comes without any plastic. And I'm going to give this box to Unity, so that Unity has this now. So. And the funny thing about that is that I started doing this about February 2020. So then March came, COVID came, the run on toilet paper in the stores, right? I had my toilet paper delivered to me each month. I didn't have to worry about it, so that was nice. A couple other things to wrap up. I found this place online called the Grove Collaborative, really cool company. And they're trying to be plastic-free. They're not completely plastic-free yet. They've got a lot of good sustainable products, but I bought some from them. Again, the wrapping comes without any plastic. This is a glass spray container. Of course, there's a plastic top, so it's not perfect. But it came with what it came with is these concentrated solutions of your cleaning products. Because when you think about when you buy cleaning products, it's mostly water. And but here it is. You only need this much of the cleaning product. So it came with this, and this I can reorder. It's glass with a metal top, so no plastic here. And then you pour it in your spray container, and then fill up the rest with water. And there you go. And so that's a nice solution. And then something similar. Have hand soap, glass, and there's a little bit of plastic. And then the hand soap refill, metal, with a metal top, so no plastic there. So it's pretty nice. That's Grove Collaborative. But there's also, we're finding more and more of these things in some of the stores locally too. And there's a new store called The Pantry that has some of these type of products in there. One thing to wrap up, one thing is there are some pitfalls that I fall into. I was at Locavore, saw this, thought, ooh, nice. It's dish detergent. And from the wrapping and everything that they say on the outside, I thought, great. Okay, instead of buying the big plastic tub that may or may not end up in a good place after I recycle it, I thought this would be good. Well, I opened it up, much to my horror. Individually wrapped pods here. Terrible. So I'm not going to buy that again. Because you can get around that with, do I have it here? Did I not bring it? I must not have brought it. It's laundry detergent that's similar to that with little pods that you can put in the laundry, but they weren't wrapped in plastic individually, so that was good. So there's lots of products out there. I'm sure people at home, you have some other ideas. Maybe you can drop it in the chat. Together, we can all give each other ideas so that we can be better to our earth. And thanks for listening. And it's time for some prayer now.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. That was really informative. It gave me some ideas, and actually I was headed to the store, and I'm going to redirect some purchases because of that. So thank you. Let's move into prayer. And let's start out with a prayer. Let's start out with the prayer claim forms, because those are really important. What we found is that very few people are filling them out. We used to have so many prayer claim forms. We'd have a whole stack of them, and then people would come up and they would meet with the prayer chaplains as well and get more prayer. And we have been such a praying community, and that just doesn't seem to be happening since we have been online. And I would love to see that trend reversed. I would love to see you actually take a moment and think about, what would I like to claim? What changes would I like to see in my life? Or What would I like to have multiply in my life? And click on that link right now and write that down. Just go ahead. Just do it right now. Write it down. Because the act of writing is making a claim. You are putting it from the immaterial world of the mind into the physical world through writing. And that's bringing heaven to earth. And so we take all of those prayers that you are writing right now, that are so dear in your hearts, and we add to them prayers for our earth, that all of us may become more committed to taking seriously and to making choices that support our earth rather than hurt her. And we hold in prayer all of those who are suffering with illness now, whether it be the coronavirus or a cancer or heart issues. We hold in particular those people in our community that we know of, like Kelly McGuire and Fred Farrelly and Tara Kalea, who have asked for prayer and to be held. But I know that there are more of you, and we hold all these intentions. We hold all of the people who are suffering and feeling cranky or lonely or just lost, languishing. All of these people, we bring them into our heart. And we claim the truth that there is only one presence, only one power. It is everywhere. It is in all of these circumstances. It is in all of these people. And we claim that through our prayer, we bring forth an awareness of that presence for ourselves, for each other, for all people. And we release this prayer with confidence and gratitude and faith that it is so, and so it is. And let's move into song now.
Let go and know
Ah, can't you just feel it, the truth of it? Let's say it together with our affirmation. Love is our ultimate reality, everywhere present and whole. It radiates abundantly and continually creates good in my life and in the world. As we gratefully acknowledge the presence and power of love now, we see the people and circumstances we hold in prayer healed and illumined by love. And so it is. Now let's move into meditation with Donna Benjamin, who is going to be giving our message today as well. So let's welcome Donna into that meditative space.
Welcome to your power and your will. We're going to go on a meditation, and I'm going to let
The flute guide you. And as we're talking today about Mother Earth and about the Unity 12 powers, in this meditation, I want you to go into your favorite place in nature. And I'd like you to choose love and will as two of the powers. And as you're walking through this beautiful, beautiful place that you have chosen, I want you to keep on walking and see things. And when you see something, I want your heart to open up even more. And then if you see something that needs some TLC, I want you to use your will to shift it and change it. So we're going to just let you go on a journey, and I'm going to let the flute guide every step of the way. And when the music stops, take a nice deep breath and release it back. Thank you. Keep on walking and visioning. That is a world that you have just created. Hold it in your heart and let it guide you for all the decisions that you make on this planet to steward it, to be sustainable and beautiful, as you are a beautiful steward of this beautiful Mama Earth. Thank you.
I suppose that there are those who will say he had it easy, had it made, in fact, before he'd even begun. But they don't know the things I know. I was always with him. It may sound strange, we were more than friends. It's hard to tell the truth when no one wants to listen, when no one really cares what's going on. And it's hard to stand alone when you need someone beside you. Your spirit, your faith must be strong. What one man can do is dream. What one man can do is love. What one man can do is change the world and make it young again. Here you see what one man can do. As shaded as his eyes might be, that's how bright his mind is. That's how strong his love for you and me. A friend to all the universe, grandfather of the future, everything that I would like to be. What one man can do is dream. What one man can do is love. What one man can do is change the world and make it new again. Here you see what one man can do. What one man can do is dream. What one man can do is love. What one man can do is change the world and make it work again. Here you see what one man can do.
Oh, thank you so much, Victor. The first time I heard John Denver sing that song, it inspired me so much. What one man can do, what one woman can do, what each of us can do. So thank you. And thank you, Anne-Marie, for those tips. That's so awesome. And for the prayer, Jane. We all can do this. We all can foster this way of looking at the world so that it becomes this beautiful, beautiful place for all of us. Not just some of us, for all of us. So good morning, all. I am so thrilled to be presenting the talk today in honor of celebrating Earth Month here at Unity. We're doing so much. Sylvia Hayes is the leader of our beautiful Earth Care team, and we are doing so much. And after this is over, I'm going to go to the garden. Please come on over and volunteer. 11:30s on a.m. on Sundays. And that's just one way of fostering change for our local community. And it tastes good. Vegetables taste good. So I titled my talk, Inner Climate Change, as I feel that we can learn to up-level and increase our interest in stewarding this planet in easy, fun, and creative ways. How many people like easy, fun, and creative ways to do things, right? Woohoo! I will be offering some tools for making those changes internally so that our outer landscape can be cleaner, greener, and not meaner. Okay? Not meaner, underline, not meaner. Compassion and wisdom are key in moving forward. I know for me, compassion is my religion for sure. I will begin by briefly mentioning, and I mean briefly, that our dear planet, Mother Earth, Mama Gaia, or whatever name you call her, is in dire shape regarding air pollution, way too much garbage, millions, if not billions, of pounds of food waste, toxic pesticides, factory farm runoff, etc., etc., etc. You name it, we have done it to this planet, especially since the Industrial Revolution. But you know that already. And I am here to inspire change in useful ways so that it is not so daunting and or depressing to face these issues. Anybody get a little depressed out there? Like, oh my goodness, everywhere I turn, everything I do, everything I look at, there's something tainted. It doesn't feel good, right? Okay, trust me, there are times I get so frustrated, I want to live in a cave that has Wi-Fi and an organic mango tree nearby, of course. I will not go into the sobering facts and figures. I will invite you to play Sherlock and Watson, two of my favorite characters, by the way, and look up the details. You name it, the problem, there's tons of information out there. Because once again, I am not here to be the doom and gloom sayer. I am here to be the inspirer and cheerleader for radical, sustainable change. Are you in?
Yes.
Okay then. Okay, true confession, I am a wordaholic. And I offer up the following definitions of the words I use in my title. I just love looking up a definition of a simple word because sometimes it has a few meanings and sometimes it really underlines what I want to say in my poetry or my songwriting. So inner climate change was the title. Inner, situated inside or further in. It also means mental and spiritual, very interesting. Climate, the weather conditions prevailing in an area in general or over a long period and the prevailing trend of public opinion or of another aspect of public life. Change, make someone or something different, alter or modify and replace something with something else, especially something of the same kind that is newer or better. So Anne-Marie has some great examples of some newer and better ways to minimize our plastic use. Climate change, whoa, baby, hot topic. Shh, people don't touch it, they don't speak about it. Here's my view. Climate change is a long-term, this is the definition. Climate change is a long-term shift in global or regional climate patterns. Often, climate change refers specifically to the rise in global temperatures from the mid-20th century to present. My personal say on that is it doesn't matter what we call it and if it exists or not. We are polluting this planet, pure and simple, or should I say impure and complicated. So given these definitions, I'm here to help you bridge the gap between the current state of affairs to the inner dialogue that you might be having that has a negative spin to the impressive actions you can take. So your inner dialogue might say something like, oh, I can't do anything for the planet. Oh, it's too daunting. Oh, it's too much. Oh, I have too many things to do. On and on and on. I'm not enough. It's not enough what I do. It's not going to make a difference. Whatever your inner dialogue is, please recognize it and look at it and see how that can change into some really wonderful action. The other night, I couldn't sleep, and I was thinking about my talk, and I was watching my thoughts, literally watching my thoughts, and I thought about popcorn. And popcorn, it's like thoughts are like popcorn, these random pop, 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 pop. And I can look at some of the thoughts that might be negative, and I can throw those kernels out, right? And I can look at the kernels that are beautiful and positive that inspire me to have more popcorn. Organic, of course, with coconut oil, of course. Okay, so we have a tendency sometimes to think that we cannot affect change. We don't make enough of a difference. So we want you to move from that negative talk to thinking about impressive actions that you can take. And no holds barred, by the way. Get creative. Move the needle like way beyond that you could ever, 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 ever imagine. And being that this is a Unity talk, and I am on the licensed Unity teacher track, albeit slowly, I welcome bringing in the use of the 12 powers to help foster the participation needed to bring about these changes. The 12 powers of unity created by Charles Fillmore are the following: faith, strength, wisdom, love, power, imagination, understanding, will, order, zeal, release, and life. I invite you to take a deeper dive into learning much more about this useful template for living life to the fullest. Anybody out there want to live life to the fullest? Yep. Right? Right? Especially this year, man. I mean, oh my goodness, so many people felt depressed, isolated, just hopeless. How am I going to do anything? How am I going to affect change from my sofa? On and on and on. The book Adventures in Resilience is an excellent source for information. Some of the inner concerns and thoughts we have might circle around feelings like apathy, anger, sadness, regret, and futility. Can I really, really make a difference? These are all rational responses to the situation at hand. So, how do we move from those states to ones of purpose, action, and motivation? What if you woke up with a sense of purpose instead of a sense of dread? I like how Sylvia Hayes starts her day with asking herself the question, I wonder what miracles I will notice and receive today. I'll say that again. I wonder what miracles I will notice and receive today. As opposed to, oh my goodness, I have so much to do today, I can't do anything, I'm staying asleep for the next 3 hours, oh my goodness, on and on and on. What if we looked at our morning as this opportunity, tabula rasa? What magic can I create today? So, what is bugging you most about how poorly Mother Earth is being treated? Let's start there. Is it greenhouse gases, air pollution, animal agriculture, garbage, food waste, or plastics, etc., and there's lots more. Pick one and start thinking outside the box, the recycled, plastic-free box, of course. And let's take one of the 12 powers, because once again, we're at Unity, for helping us handle this. So for instance, I will take on too much plastic garbage, for example, which is choking our landfills and our wildlife and sea creatures. If you want to know more, watch the documentaries Seaspiracy to see the effects of plastic pollution on our fish and mammal friends, and the documentary The Story of Stuff. Your life will change after those two movies, I promise you. I will utilize the power of imagination for this one and ask myself, what else can I do to minimize my trash and use way less plastic? Recently, I have made a personal pledge to not purchase any produce that has plastic wrap on it or is in any type of packaging in any type of packaging. And in our household, which is organic and vegan, we consume a fair amount of produce. One idea down, score! Next, I have drastically reduced my frozen food consumption. Way too much packaging, and so much of it is not recyclable. Second idea down, score! And speaking of score, it could be fun for you and your family to track your actions for a month and see how much change has occurred in your lifestyle. One more pledge is to always utilize our organic cotton produce bags instead of the plastic ones at the store. There was a cute one-panel cartoon years ago that had a woman hanging her plastic bags on the line outdoors, and the caption was something like, "They used to call me frugal, but now I'm trendy and ahead of the curve." So utilizing the power of imagination, envisioning what else we can do is a useful and fun, underline fun, step. Kids are great at this. Another power we might want to call upon is zeal. Zeal is that just passionate way of looking at the world and just taking things on with enthusiasm. Lots and lots of enthusiasm. Can I be an activist and steward of this planet and do it with pizzazz and passion instead of perceiving it as a chore that is boring or tedious or dramatic? Of course I can. So let's take another issue, like the #1 creator of greenhouse gases, animal agriculture. For more info on that one, read the United Nations paper on the long shadow of livestock and watch the documentary Cowspiracy. Enough said. So no matter where you are on the food spectrum, can you reduce and or eliminate those foods that cause the most devastation? I have been organic and plant-based for almost 21 years now. Don't miss a thing. And recently, I have been teaching, along with Donna and Suzanne and Ian, and getting more and more excited about being a better vegan. One that is more focused on superfoods for brain health and growing my own veggies and increasing my intake of organic whole foods. My absolute zeal for these pursuits brings a smile to my face and energy to my actions. I am ever eager to learn more, and it does help living with a vegan chef. Thanks, Chef Al. So what about you? What power can you utilize to enhance your planet-supporting superpowers? What wisdom do you have to share or encourage? Is understanding the nature of change the catalyst for action for you? Is love your strongest motivator? How can you use that to foster change? Journal about it, write poetry, write music. How can you use these powers to foster change? Now granted, oh, this used to bug me so much. We held hands and sang songs, people, decades ago, and did not expect this current outcome. What if we had listened more deeply to the Rachel Carsons of the world? What then? But here we are, and we need you to step up in potent, sustainable ways. Need some inspiration? Check out the work of Vandana Shiva as she goes head-to-head with major corporations on the topic of pesticides. And we are in good hands with the Greta Thunbergs of the world and the lesser-known but ever-increasingly popular Genesis Butler, who I've met a few times. She was the youngest person to give a TED Talk at 10. Chills. And now at 15 years old, she is an ambassador for Earth Day's Food Prints for the Future and just received a $100,000 grant for her work as an environmental activist, and she's even featured in a Marvel comic book. Hello! Like one child who said, "Mom, I can't take it, we got to do something." And she is so beautiful and so articulate. No is not in her vocabulary, thankfully. So to conclude, we can do this. It is our honor and privilege to usher Mama Gaia into a richer, fuller, and more sustainable version of herself. So when future generations ask you, what did you do back then when the planet was in need? You would say, I was an activist who made inner changes so that I could make outer ones, and I told 2 friends, and they told 2 friends, and so on and so on. I am dating myself with this reference to this old shampoo commercial, but you get the picture. The sustainable life on this planet enhancing picture, that is. Thank you for listening and taking action. Do it with imagination and zeal, and the possibilities are infinite. And a Donna B talk would not be complete without a poem or song. I wrote this one just for you this morning. Hey now, world's falling apart. Hey now, where do we start? Hey now, gotta come from the heart, gotta move the needle now. Hey now, move away from the greed. Hey now, go plant a seed. Hey now, you're all that we need. We gotta move the needle now. Ba-da-deedle-deedle-dee-doo. 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 Gotta move the needle now. Hey now, take a stand. Hey now, make a plan. Hey now, help your fellow man. We gotta move the needle now. Hey now, shine your light. Hey now, it's gonna make it right. Oh, hey now, we're gonna shine so bright. We gotta move the needle now. Ba-da-deedle, deedle-dee-doo. Ba-da-deedle, deedle-dee-doo. Ba-da-deedle, deedle-dee-doo. We gotta move the needle now. Blessings. Thank you.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love, and this place could be much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you'll feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares for joyful giving. If we try, we shall see. In this bliss we cannot feel fear or dread. Stop existing and start living. Then it feels that always love's enough for us growing. Make a better world. Oh, make a better world. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. And the dream we were conceived in will reveal a joyful face. And the world we once believed in will shine again in grace. then why do we keep strangling life? Won't this earth crucify its soul? Though it's plain to see this world is heavenly, be God's glow. We can fly so high, let our spirits never die. In my heart I feel you are all my brothers. Create a world with no fear. Together we'll cry happy tears. See the nations turn their swords into plowshares. We could really get there if we cared enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If we care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If we care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place. You and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If we care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. For me, for you and for me. For you and for me. The world for our children, heal the world, keep it living.
Oh, wow, that is so beautiful. Thank you, Eric. I just love that song. And I love that our community is coming together. I love that our community is coming together in behalf of the earth. This whole season, everyone has brought so much to it, and I'm really, really grateful for that. And I hope that it has inspired everyone who's watching this to make at least one change. Pick something. And if every one of us does that, as Donna said, we will move the needle. So we have a few announcements today at 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock on
4:30.
Zoom. Our Health and Wellness Ministry's new evolutionary eating.
4:30. It starts at 4:30.
It's 4 o'clock.
It should be 4:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Switch to 4:30. Breaking news. But this is going to be about taco time with superfood fixings. So I know everybody likes tacos, so this will be a great upgrade. And then Sunday services, we are going to be opening, maybe. We are paying attention to what is going on in the world and in our county in particular. But our plan is to have June 1st be our first live service, and that would be with about 25 people. But you have to pay attention to your newsletter because we are feeling our way along depending on what's going on in our county. So everything that you can do to bring the numbers down, and you know by now what those things are, do them. So it will be a reservation situation, so you have to pay attention to the newsletter. If you haven't been doing it up to now, there's a great resolution. Find out what's happening. Garden party today at 11:30, right after the service. And we also need some organic veggie starters. So if you have some of those from your own garden, or you just want to get some and contribute, that would be a wonderful gift. The Zoom lobby is happening right after the service, so click on that link. And we also have a live stream service survey, and this is really important for you to help us with. We are constantly looking at how can we improve this service, and we're all in new territory here, so what you can do to help is fill out the survey, and it's on our Unity website live stream page, and the link is in the chat if you're watching someplace with a chat. So please do that, and then let's move into the offering. So there's another link there that you can click on, and you can make a donation. If you believe that you want your energy to go toward a community that cares about the earth, that is a welcoming community to everyone, that is creating a hearth where people feel included and we make a difference in the world. If that's where you want your energy to be going, then make a donation, because your financial support is important to us. It's how we keep this going. So I hope you will take time to do that right now. And while you're doing that, while you're making your offering, let's sing.
Adjust your sense.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. Here we go. Thank you for it all.
In us, we bless these gifts. We send them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly, and so it is. And let's end with the prayer of protection. Please say it with me. The light of God surrounds me. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds me. I am the love of God. The power of God protects me. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is, because I am.
God surrounds me. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds me. I am the love of God. The power of God God protects me. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is.